Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to Common English Mistakes. Don't just learn, improve. So today we're going to look at something I've been teaching my students recently, and that a friend of mine made a mistake with in a football WhatsApp group, which is verb plus gerund, verb ing, or verb to infinitive, where there is a meaning change. We'll look at all the different rules and meanings of each one, just like any other textbook or YouTube channel would. But as ever, on this channel, we're going to go a little bit deeper. I'm going to talk about which ones are more common and therefore useful for you, which ones aren't and you just need to be aware of. Also, the context of when you use specific ones, which is going to help you to sound more natural. Lastly, we'll just talk about how you can improve this and become more accurate. So anyway, the mistake is up here. I remember to play with a Game Boy as a child. So just pause the video, try to correct the sentence. Well done if you said, I remember playing with a Game Boy as a child. So as I've said in another video, some verbs, like avoid, go with verb ing, gerund after. You should avoid eating salty food. Some verbs, like decide, go with to infinitive. I've decided to buy a car. However, a few verbs, like remember, can be both, and there is a meaning change for each one. So just pause the video, look at the two example sentences, and think what the meaning of each one is. And well done if you said remember plus verb ing, remember doing something, for example, playing with a Game Boy, you used to talk about memories in the past. Whereas remember to infinitive, remember to do something, remember to lock the front door, you used to talk about your everyday life, when you do something and don't forget. And then it's the same pattern for forget. Forget to infinitive, forget to do something, forget to buy milk in your everyday life when you don't remember to do something. And it's the same pattern for forget verb ing. You have no memory, but the context is a little funny. Because if you have no memory of something, you're not going to talk about it. Two situations where you might use this. One is asking a question. You say to your friends, how could you forget meeting Simon? Or using this specific phrase, I'll never forget doing, to talk about a very strong memory. For example, I'll never forget seeing the Taj Mahal. It's a very strong memory in my mind. And then it's a similar pattern for regret. Regret verb ing, you're going to use to talk about past regrets. Something you did and wish you hadn't. I regret telling him my secrets. Or what happens more in life, I think, something you didn't do and wish you had. I regret not going with my friends to Mexico. And then regret to infinitive is just a formal way to give bad news. For example, in an airport, we regret to inform you that the flight has been cancelled. Really, you're probably never going to use that, but it's good to be aware. So we're going to start building up this table here. I always tell my students to try to look for patterns in the language. As you can see, remember, forget, regret, plus verb ing, all used to talk about something in the past. The more you can see patterns and understand them, the more you're going to remember and the more accurate you're going to be. So the next one we're going to look at is like. Often I find grammar books can be quite fussy with this, make it too complicated. Most of the time you're using like to say what you enjoy, and you can use both. I like going swimming in summer. I like to go swimming in summer. They mean the same thing. Just be careful of not mixing the two and saying, I like to going swimming in summer, or I like go swimming in summer. However, there is one specific meaning, which is up here. I like to clean my toilet once a week. Obviously, I don't enjoy cleaning my toilet, so what am I saying in this situation? Pause the video and have a think. And well done if you said. We use like to infinitive to talk about things which maybe we don't enjoy, but are part of our routine and are sort of sensible things to do. I like to clean my toilet once a week. I like to drink plenty of water, and I like to go to the dentist every 6 months. All of those things are sensible, a good idea. The next one is stop. Just pause the video, look at the 2 example sentences, think which activities are being stopped and what the meaning of each sentence is. And well done if you said stop verb ing is when you just finish, stop an activity. This is by far the most common use, and it's also the one where I see most mistakes. So do make sure you focus on it. Whereas stop to infinitive, you're going to use when you stop one activity to do another. For example, stop your journey home to buy milk in the supermarket. Maybe you're walking along and you stop to tie your shoelace. And if you're driving, you must stop to use your phone. Next up is try. Just pause the video and think what try to climb a mountain and try making a cake with olive oil means. And well done if you said. Try to infinitive means to make an effort or make an attempt at something. Basically, this is just the literal meaning of the verb try, and it's by far the most common use. Whereas try plus verb ing is just to experiment. It's not difficult to make a cake with olive oil. Just do it and see what happens. It's quite difficult as a teacher to find examples for this. And often the examples that you use, you can use to infinitive as well. This is good news for you. I would just focus on try to infinitive and you're not really going to make mistakes. So the next one with need is a bit more grammatical. The meaning is the same here. But just pause the video and think what we're doing when we make the object, the bathroom, of the top sentence, the subject. And well done if you said the first one, a normal active sentence to talk about something which is necessary that you have to do, basically the same, whereas the second one is essentially passive. Context-wise, you're going to mostly use this to talk about household jobs and tasks. For example, the dog needs walking. Maybe you might say that living room needs painting. Really though, mostly you're going to use this to talk about cleaning tasks. The bathroom needs cleaning, the floor needs mopping, the carpet needs vacuuming. Next up, with the verb mean, what are we saying when we say, I didn't mean to upset you? And getting C2 level of English means studying a lot. And well done if you said. Mean to infinitive, you're going to use to talk about what your intention is or was. Basically the same as intend and with the same structure, although intend is a bit more formal. You would say, we intend to finish the project next month. Whereas mean verb ing is basically the same as involve. Getting C2 level of English means involves studying a lot, learning lots of vocabulary, or maybe watching this channel. And finally, the phrasal verb go on. Pause the video and think what it means to say, go on talking about football, or that Arnold Schwarzenegger was first an actor and went on to become a politician. And well done if you said, go on, verbING means to continue. Continue, go on, keep on, carry on, plus verbING all mean the same thing, all have the same structure. And then go on to infinitive, do something different, go on to become a politician, or say something different. The lecturer started by talking about penguins and went on to talk about climate change. Again, context-wise, probably you're just going to use that to talk about someone's life or career. That's all of them, and they are summarized here. What I find is that students will generally know most of these, and there'll just be one or two that they get wrong. So just think for yourself, which of those might you confuse, which of them don't you know automatically, and make sure you study those ones. Anyway, this channel needs watching, so don't forget to subscribe, and do remember to share the video with friends. Would be much appreciated if you could help it grow. But when you're ready, let's practice and improve. Just pause the video, look at the sentences, think about the situation and what you've studied in today's lesson, and complete the sentences with the word given in either verbING or to infinitive. And well done if you said, "I'll never forget seeing the New York skyline for the first time." Very special memory. My bed sheets need changing this weekend. Household task. I sometimes don't remember to take out the rubbish. I sometimes forget to do it. I stop to have a coffee every 2 hours if I'm driving a long way. Stop driving, do something else. Then I like to go to the dentist every 6 months. I think that's a good idea. I get bored when people go on talking about politics. And finally, I regret not seeing Dune at the cinema. Looks better on the big screen. So now just pause the video and write, say, or discuss the same sentences for you. And finally, today's question, which place will you never forget seeing for the first time? So do write your answers in the comments, guys. I think that's a really nice question and a good way to practice the structure. Other than that, I hope today's lesson was useful for you. Do make sure to come back and study this. Make sure you remember it, and I'll see you for another video in the next couple of days. Until next time, see ya.